about today. The Our session is on the career accelerator series, and our topic is how people are actually making money in tech beyond coding. And my name is Udochukwu Success, and I am your moderator for today. So I don't want this place to be quiet. We are not here to just listen. We're here to clear our doubts, ask questions, and actually connect. So I would like you guys to be as interactive as possible, please. Encourage your speaker when she comes on. Always use your emojis. You don't pay extra for them, please. So you can always use the emojis to react or raise your hand when you have questions, and all of that. Is an interactive section, I promise you guys, and you're going to get the value that you want. So I would like you guys to please unmute your mic. I need like 2 people to tell me your name, where you're joining us from, and what you hope to gain from this session, or maybe a question you have for the speaker. We can take it down and get it to her as we proceed. So I'd like 2 people to unmute their mics, and you can actually introduce yourself in the comment section if you're maybe not in the conducive area to speak. Hope I'm audible. Here it's very quiet too. The silence is deafening. What's happening? Okay, thank you, Joyce. So please unmute your mic and speak. I'll call names, so I can call names. I'll call names. I will definitely call names. Okay. People want me to call names. Let's get on to it. I want people to unmute their mic and speak. So Pelumi, you are like the first person on my list. So unmute your mic and speak. Hello, Pelumi. People want to learn about money. People don't want to talk. How will you not make money now? Good evening. Okay. So that's why I said, if you're on transit, you can actually just write in the chat box, I am so and so, and I'm joining from so and so. Okay. That's what I want you all to do for me in the comment. If you feel that, okay, you're on transit, you can't speak like Pelumi, just write in the chat box where your name and where you're joining us from. We will not proceed though. People came to learn about money, and people are not doing anything. What's happening? Oh my God. All right. Okay, Matthew, please, can you unmute your mic, or you write in the chat box your name and where you're joining us from?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you, ma. I'm Matthew Fumilayo Faith by name.
Okay.
Chatting from Ilorin, Kwara State.
Oh, nice to meet you, Matthew Faith. Welcome.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank
I
you,
hope
ma.
you get the clarity that you deserve. I see some people have dropped messages on the chat box. Nice to meet you, Savior, and Olubenga, who already spoke. Nice to meet you all. So that we don't, we have a lot to talk about. So let's just move on to it. We'll start with talking about Elivot, which is the host for this program. Matthew, please, Faith, can you mute yourself? Kindly mute yourself, Faith. Thank you. Faith, if you can still hear me, mute yourself.
Okay, okay, I will.
Thank you. So, proceeding, we're going to talk about Elevate. Like that, we are the people, that's the people that brought this wonderful free webinar for you all to learn one thing or the other about your tech career, or know what you want from the tech industry. So Elevate is a global workforce innovation company, and we are all about helping individuals grow their careers and supporting organizations to build high performing teams. So we combine skill development, talent placement, and technology to connect the right people to the right opportunities, driving growth for both talent and companies. So Elevate is not just the community, like some of you are in the hub. It's not just about the hub. It is a company with multiple arms, and this multiple arms includes the Elevate Hub, which most of you are. That is our career community. And we also have the Elevate Academy. That's our learning and training platform where we train individuals from novice to actually professionals. Even if you have no experience, you don't even know what you want to study, like we help guide you through your strengths and put you in where you will excel at the academy. We also have the Elevate Talent and Recruitment arm, which is involved in placing like we help talents to get jobs, job placements and services. We also give out talents to different organizations who are qualified and looking for people to work with. So we also have the Elevate Tech Lab. That's our innovation and product development space. That's for the coders, the product managers, the project managers, IT project managers, like you're into developing softwares and all of that. That's where we fall in. So we are creating real solutions for real people at Elevate, and we are building structures to serve both individuals and organizations. So you see that Elevate is not, we are not just all about we are not just all about doing things the wrong way. We actually want to do things the right way, get people to not just join a course, like you are just doing a course, you just want to do a course, or you just want to how do I put it? You're just learning something and you don't know where that learning is going to take you. So I would still like two people. I want to know your expectations for this webinar today. What are your expectations? What do you intend to gain from this session? I want two people to unmute their mic and speak, or you can actually drop it in the chat box, even if you, I will call names. I will call people now. Okay. So you people just join this webinar because you saw link. You don't know why you are here. Please, oh, I need to understand something. Hmm? You don't know why you are here? Okay. Uh Tomiwa, please help us. Tomiwa Nei, please help us. Why are you here today? Why are you on this call today? What do you hope to gain? Like the topic, how people are actually making money beyond coding. Like, what does it mean to you? Is there any question or concerns you have about it? Please unmute your mic and speak. Okay, thank you, Oluwafemi Babalola. He said he's here to learn how to make money. So that's just it. That's the reason why 90% of us are on this call. And if you can't ask question, the speaker will come. See, our speaker today is no joke. Oh. Like, She's no joke at all. She is an exceptional person, like well known. That I like this one, and then they check them. So you need to get knowledge. And if you don't have any expectations, honestly, I don't know for you. I don't know how you will get what she has to offer. Because if you don't have any, she will just tell you what she feels like, okay, and then she will go. But if you have questions, you can actually bombard her to the extent that she might have to go and do research to answer. Because I don't know why you guys are so quiet on this call. People don't want us to continue. Should I end the call and let us go now? If people are not interested in the session, let's just end the call. Let me go. Because I know that these are sessions that people actually pay for, but we bring it to you for free because we want people to actually get clarity on what they want in this tech space before actually paying or going into any form of course. We don't just want you to pay for a course and just pay and just, okay, I'm learning virtual assistant, I'm learning social media manager, and yet you don't even know if it is profitable. You don't know how to position yourself properly. You don't know what you're going to gain. So when I say unmute your mic and speak, please unmute your mic and speak. I don't like this quietness. People are not turning me to a talkative. Is it nice? Is it good? It's not good now. And if I continue talking like this, I will not introduce your speaker. I'll just end the call and all of us will just go work and sleep. So I said people should unmute your mic. I want people to unmute their mic and actually ask questions or say what you're expecting to hear from this session. How people are actually making money in tech beyond coding. What exactly are you interested in learning? That is how it does. It will help shape the course this webinar will take. We have questions people have already sent in, yes, but I want you guys on this call to we are plenty, 23 persons, and nobody is saying anything. Okay, let's keep quiet. Me, I'll keep quiet my own. Okay, Oluwafemi, you can unmute your mic and speak, please. Thank
All right.
you.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Good evening. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Thank you for the opportunity. So
Thank you.
the theme for the webinar is actually catchy. So beyond coding, when it comes to coding, a lot of us do run away because we feel like I can't wrap my head around any form of, I'm going through a lot already than to wrap my head. So if there's a way I can actually get something in the tech world without having to code, please, I'm sat. Yeah.
Okay. I love that. You guys had that from Femi Babalola. He said the coding might be too much. So there is actually a way, since we are saying that there is a way to learn beyond coding, that he's here to learn. Okay, I have some people on the chat. Okay, Tomiwa said she's in a noisy environment. Okay, Tomiwa, that's fine. She's here to make money. That's one. And two, she has been all over the place in tech. She needs clarity. I beg. Oh wow, that's really what you're going to get here. Today we are talking on how people are actually making money beyond coding. And Savior Uyo said he's here to be open enough to learn on Learn Meets. Oh, he have heard about tech beyond coding and looking to impute the knowledge I will learn into tech. Oh, this is nice. Okay, I hope you all get the clarity you all want. So like I said, this is a series. This is actually the second session. The next session will be on Friday. We have this series all through like seven weeks. Yeah, 7 weeks, 2 sessions every week, because we are touching on different like today is mainly for AI and automations. Next week we are going to handle AI content creation and digital marketing. The 4th week we are going to do, I think, project management, and then business analysis, and then product management, like that. So I don't want you guys to miss. Not after this one you run away. I don't want you guys to miss any of this. So I will actually call up our speaker now. but without reactions, I will not even let her speak. I will not let her speak without your reactions. I'm still saying what I have to say. If you don't, if okay, it's my pleasure today. Like, it's an honor. When I reached out to her, I just like, okay, let me just try my luck, because this sister has been doing things on LinkedIn. Like, I follow her posts, her content, and I know that yes, she knows her onions. Like, she's the real deal when it comes to AI and automation. So it's my pleasure today to introduce our speaker for today. Her name is Joyce Ian. She's an operations and workflow automation specialist dedicated to helping businesses move from chaos to clarity. She specializes in designing systems and automated workflows that simplify operations, improve efficiency, and support sustainable growth. Her expertise spans CRM systems, workflow designs, and process automations. Hey, are you people hearing this? Where she has successfully built solutions and streamlined client journeys, enhance team productivity, and eliminate repetitive tasks. Joyce is known for her ability to translate complex operational challenges into simple, scalable systems. She is also a passionate educator, equipping professionals and teams with the knowledge and tools needed to optimize their workflows and embrace automation effectively. We are glad to have with us. Let us all welcome our wonderful speaker. Let us just keep clapping. No, I'm not seeing reactions, so I'm seeing only Tomiwa. What is happening here? I want to see your reactions. It's free. It's free. They don't pay for it. You don't need to pay for it again. It's free. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Success. Thank you, Kennedy. Okay, Joyce. Over to you. Please kindly unmute your mic. We will love to hear the wonders you've prepared for us today.
Thank you, Socks. I feel like you hyped me too much. Oh. All that hype for who?
No, this one is the reality. Like, I see
Oh
what
my
you
God.
do. And I know many other people. I know people that reached out to me. I was like, are you sure Joyce is coming for this meeting? I said, yes, she's coming. No, please come and join. Come and hear. You're not a small person now. You're a big person.
I beg you. I
Okay.
beg. Hi,
Thank you very
everyone.
much.
Good
Hi.
evening. Thank you very much. First of all, thank you, Success, for this opportunity. It's really an honor being here.
Oh,
So
thank you for accepting.
it was really nice when you reached out to me, and beyond the code, like real opportunities beyond coding. So it's a really, really interesting topic because a lot of people think tech is coding, but tech is not coding.
Exactly.
Oh, my friend is here. Hi, Hope. So basically tech is like, how will I say this before I start? Tech is a full can we say a faceable speaker? Can I turn on? I'm not sure I am. Let me see. I'm not sure you'll be able to see me so bright, but I'll still share I have slides available. So yeah, I think okay, yeah, let me see. Can everyone see me?
Okay.
I think
well, not quite.
Okay, because I can't even see from my own end as well.
I can't see you.
Okay, might be the network because my camera is on, but I don't know why it's not reflecting.
Oh, okay, okay, we can see you now. Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, fine speaker. With the sweet voice.
Okay, so I guess y'all can see me now.
Yeah,
So first of all, I want to say that tech is not just coding. There are so many opportunities you can actually get in tech. Like, tech has changed my life. I can say it for a fact. Tech has changed my life. I know I started tech last year. That was in June. And I have, looking back from where I started to now, like, I can literally say that my life has literally changed. Okay. From the people I've met to my finances to a lot of things. Okay. You being able to now, like, do certain things for yourself, all because of what? A digital skill that you learned that you can now translate into something meaningful for yourself. Okay, so welcome everybody. And before I say anything else, I want you to raise your hand if anybody has ever told you that you need to learn how to code before you go into tech. Let me just see your hand, because that is a very big myth that even myself I thought too. So it's only Savior. Okay, Oluwafemi. I'm just seeing two people. So every other person, you guys knew that tech is just it. Okay, no problem. That's still fine. So, like, Success has already introduced me, so I will not even do so much because all that one is not even for me. I don't know who it's for. So I help businesses and organizations run better using digital tools. Okay, so I am an operations and workflow automation specialist, meaning that I am in charge of everything that has to do with building workflows, automating processes, making sure that things move from just as it was, okay, to something simplified. So a lot of people used to say, oh, automations is very hard. Automations is not hard though. Trust me. I learned automations without even having a coach or even having a mentor. And how did I even learn automations? Through ChatGPT and going to use Zapier. That is how I learned my own before I now decided to now go to upgrade and learn my skills. So tech is like beyond coding. Okay, so today I'm going to show you that tech is not a gate that only opens if you have a computer science degree. You don't need a degree. Okay, you don't need series of certificates to go into tech. Okay, so it's an ecosystem with dozens of entry points, and I want to help you find yours. Okay, because tech is, like I said, is an ecosystem, meaning that it is a branch. There are so many entries into tech. There's social media manager, there's virtual assistant, there's graphic design, there's AI automations, there's UI UX. There are so many entry points, depending on what you actually find passion in. Okay, so I have slides prepared. So I think I can share my screen. Yeah, let me just share my screen. Okay. So, okay. So please, can you guys like see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so we'll start with busting that myth that people say you need to know coding, you need to do computer science. I did history and international studies actually. So you can see the difference.
Wow.
I didn't even do science or anything science related. So I am thriving in tech. So when I tell people the course I study, and like, you're doing good though. And I'm like, well, it's not that hard, but what it takes from you is consistency and actually putting your head down to want to do something for yourself. So now we're going to break that myth. Okay, so here is the myth I want to tackle right away before we move on. Because if we don't erase this out, a lot of people will live here without anything. Okay, so I want to make sure that we take out that myth from our heads that, oh, tech, you need to code, you need to do something. No, it doesn't work that way. Okay, so you need to learn to code to work in tech. That's the myth. So let me reframe this completely. Tech is an ecosystem. Think of it like a car. Okay, someone has to design the engine. Now that's the code. Okay, so that's the code. Someone needs to design the engine, but then someone has to drive the car. Now, would the person that designed the engine come and drive the car for you? No. Okay.
No.
Someone needs to drive the car. Someone needs to service it. Someone needs to sell it. Someone needs to manage it. And we go on and go on and go on as to how we can make that car better. Okay? Now, automate all of these processes. None of this role require you to build the engine yourself. Meaning that the person that is writing the code cannot be the person that will service the car. Abi? The person that is writing the code cannot be the person that is going to drive the car. The person that is writing the code cannot be the person that is going to sell it or manage the fuel. Meaning that it is an ecosystem and there are so many entry points. Take, for instance, there's an organization. We have the founder. Now, let's say the founder is the main engineer of the whole company. He cannot be the one to post on social media to drive in traffic and sales. He cannot be the one to automate the processes or manage the team members. He will need project managers. He will need social media managers. Now, these roles that keep the tech world running, operations, automations, digital marketing, product marketing, social, customer success, data analysis, most of them don't require deep coding skills. Some, you don't even need anything that has to do with coding. Okay, they require problem solving, communication, and ability to learn tools. That's simple. So you don't need to have a coding degree or plenty certificates. What you need is communication, the ability to solve problems. Because when it comes to tech industry, what people want from you is you can solve my problem. If I'm coming to you with an issue, oh, I have issues managing my social media page. Now that is a problem. That is their pain point. They need someone to solve that problem for them. That is why they will need a social media manager, because they need someone to grow their account from a certain point to a certain point. They need someone to drive in traffic for sales. Now, this is why all of these different people are very, very important. Meaning that it is not only coding. I feel like these days, people don't even do coding because there is AI. So you can just do vibe coding, write your prompts, and you're off to go. So the person who knows how to use technology, okay, and the person who builds it, they are no different, okay, because they both understand how to use it. So because I know how to use technology, someone else knows how to code. We both know how to use technology. That doesn't make us different. We just have different skills. Okay? So how many of you have used Excel before or Google Workspace? Let's start with that. That's a very simple tool. I think that's like one of the basic tools. How many of you have used Google Workspaces, Excel? Anybody? Okay, Abimbola, Savior. Okay, yes. Okay, so now you're already, that is basically like a digital tool. So if you know you're a virtual assistant, they use Google Workspaces. Okay, so you've already used a digital tool to solve a certain problem. Now that is the foundation. We're getting somewhere. Okay, so now let's make sure that we are on the same page. Okay, so now we have busted this myth. So you need to learn to code to now work in tech. Like I said earlier, code is an ecosystem. Coders build the engine, but someone has to do all of the work. Someone has to drive it. Someone has to maintain it. Someone has to sell it. Someone has to automate it. Okay? You can do so much with tech, like so much with tech. Okay? So we already know who and who is in the room. So we're going to skip this and we're going to go into the main thing, which is the tech opportunity landscape. So here in this diagram, these are different tech skills in the tech market. We have automations and ops. We have data analysis. We have digital marketing. We have cloud and systems. We have design and UI UX. Okay, coding is like one lane in a wide highway of tech opportunities. So coding is just in there. Do you get? Coding is just in there. It's just like it's there. Yeah. Coding does not really compound to okay. I know how to code. I know how to like write systems. So yeah, I am the only person that can actually like thrive in tech. No, it doesn't work that way. Okay, it doesn't work that way. So now look at this diagram. Now, in the center is the tech ecosystem. And yes, coding is in there, but notice where it sits. It's just in one of the many lanes. So because you can see design, you can see UI UX, you can see automations, you can see ops, you can see clouds and system. There are like so many I have not even listed out here. Okay. So now I'm going to walk you through what else is in this ecosystem. And I'm starting with automations and ops because that is my field. Now, automation and ops is basically connecting tools, building workflows, making processes run without human intervention. Meaning that I can build a system here while I'm sleeping. It is running things for me. Okay. Let me set an example. Let's say, for instance, this webinar is being hosted. I can build a system where once people fill the form, they are sent out emails. Okay. Now I've built that system. I don't even need to go and once I build it, I don't need to go and touch it. What happens is I put it in a sequence. Now, let me even go to something much, much practical. Okay. So in a case where you are looking for clients, okay, and now you want to now create a lead magnet or something of that sort to now draw in clients. Now, what happens is you will now have a list of emails, clients you want to reach out to, cold emailing. Everybody's hearing cold emailing. Please, does anybody know the meaning of cold emailing here? Before we move forward, so that we are on the same page, I want to break this to the minimest and tiniest so that we understand. Okay, thank you, Abimbola. So now, if you're now reaching out to clients, you have a list of emails. Okay, now you cannot send 100 emails by yourself at once. It takes you hours. Okay, even organizing your emails. Okay, you cannot do it all by yourself. Now, this is where automation comes in. Automation comes to make that process much easier. Okay, automation comes and then it connects certain tools. It discusses with this tool. Oh, let's do this instead. Let's do that instead. Now it comes together. It makes sure that what you would have done manually, it takes that away. Okay, if it's something that maybe sending an email, let's say when someone is onboarded to let's say your company, for example, someone is onboarded to the company, rather than you now going to type it that, oh, welcome. No, what you do is you set a system, you build a workflow. Now, what that workflow does is after you finish building it, it goes through certain processes. Once the person is onboarded, they get an email. Once they get an email, their information is stored into a drive. Now, once the information is stored into a drive, what happens next is they are now scheduled for a call or a class. Now, that's just how it works, okay? Because it follows processes. You have built a workflow, meaning that once I've built this, I don't need to touch it. So anybody that is being onboarded, they follow this workflow. That is just how it works. That is what automation is. Automations connect tools, help you build workflows, and make your processes run without human intervention. Meaning that I can be sleeping and then my processes are running for me. Okay. Recently, I built an automation system for an academy. So what it does is when someone is coming onto the academy, it filters out people. So if you're serious, it takes you to the next step. Okay, which is you will now get the email to welcome you on board. Then you're added to the group. Okay, you're added to the group, and after you're being added to the group, a drive is created specifically for you so that you are able to access your materials. Now, if you're someone that is not interested or someone that is not serious, it's now going to filter it based on your responses. Okay, now what happens is if you said your response is not strong, okay, what it does is now it will now take that your response. It has a process for you. It's going to take a response. It's going to now send you an email. Now your own email is not going to be like, oh, welcome on board. Your own email is now going to be, oh, we see that you are not actually ready to actually participate in this course. So they will basically nurture you. We're going to be sending you follow-up emails or templates or materials you can use till you're ready for it. Okay, so now all of those things, those step-by-step process, meaning that I can finish it and then hand over that work and it just keeps running for these people. Now that is what automation is about. Now you design a UI UX. Okay, so that's making products beautiful. So you know all the products we actually use. Yeah, all the apps most people use, they're designed by UI UX designers, and they do not code. They do not code. If you love graphics design, that means you can actually do UI UX. There was a time even me, I wanted to venture into UI UX because I always like graphics. It was so fine. So you don't need coding for that. You don't need coding for data analysis, digital marketing, cloud and systems. So each of these is a full career lane, on its own. Okay, so you can specialize in any of them. You can combine two, okay, or even start in one and then evolve into another. Okay, when I started initially, I started in customer support. Okay, but then I felt like I'm not really doing so much in customer support. What am I doing? That is when I evolved into automations. Okay, because I wanted it in a case where people are making complaints and things like that. I wanted it in a way that if someone makes a complaint, what is the solution I can give to make the process much easier? That they do not even need human intervention. The only time they will need human intervention is when there is an escalation which the system cannot handle again. Now, that is the reason I went into automations. Okay, so now depends on where you actually want to go into. You want to go into automations, you want to go into design, you want to go into cloud and systems. You don't need coding. You don't need to write a code. Okay, even me, if I see a code, I will not even understand it because I don't know how to code. It will just pain my brain because it's just a lot. So you can go into the tech space without all of that. So first of all, before we move on, was I able to clear that myth from your head that you don't need coding? You don't need coding to be in tech. You don't need coding to be in tech. What you just need is skill. Okay, you need to love that skill. You need to you need to be in a place where you actually enjoy doing that skill. So we're going to touch into all of that. Okay, so now we're going to go deeper on the area I know best, which is my own area, which is automations. Because I genuinely believe that this is the highest leverage, okay, leverage skill a non-coder can learn right now, because automations is not coding. And right now, a lot of people are going into AI and automations. Everybody wants to do AI and automations because basically the world is advancing. So we need AI. Like, you should notice now that cloud is on the verge of, a lot of people are saying that cloud is on the verge of taking people's job because it can do what a common virtual assistant can do. Because if you don't know how to leverage it, then you're off the market. That's just it. So if you don't know how to leverage it, you're off the market. So let's get right into it. Okay, so what is workflow automations? Now I'm going to break this down. Okay, so first of all, let me start with this illustration. So if a business owner had to manually send a follow-up email to, let me throw it as a question. So if a business owner, had to manually send a follow-up email to every customer who filled in their contact form, how long will it take them? Okay, how long will it take them? If you had a business and every single time someone now fills your form, your contact form, you will need to send them an email. How long will it take you? I need answers. This class is meant to be very interactive, and I like interactive classes because I don't like to talk too much. So how long will it take you if you were meant to send follow-up emails to your customers, or follow-up messages basically to your customers every single time they filled that form? How long will it take you? Because I'm going to use your answer and talk about my work. So I'm waiting. Nobody's saying anything. Success, should
it's like we'll end this session.
So okay, hopefully it will take days or even weeks. Okay. We are 22 in this call. So I just one response. I'm not going to talk again. We'll stay here.
Well, from a personal response, let me answer for them. Let me just help them out. It's like, okay, someone said she will sleep there if she have plenty of questions. Tomiwa. And that's just the truth. Like, it's tiring. Okay, someone
Yeah.
wants to speak. Abibola, go ahead, please. Abibola, go ahead.
Okay, sorry, I was trying to understand the question initially. But
Okay.
okay, you were asking if you want to send multiple email to people, right?
Yes,
To like
yes,
100 people.
yes.
Okay, for me, I'm going to make use of um tools that would just compile it together.
We said manually,
No,
manually,
manually, like if
Okay,
you're sending it
manually.
manually, yeah, how long would it take you?
manually is going to be very stressful. So
Exactly.
it's going to take hours or days.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay.
Mm.
Thank you very much. So that's actually the answer I was actually looking for. Because workflow automations is the practice of setting up systems that do those repetitive tasks for you. So for instance, like a lot of people say, Tomi say she will sleep there. Okay, so now this is what automations does for you. Automations will not make you sleep there. Automations will do it at the snap of your finger and you're done. Okay. Why? Because automations is the practice of setting up systems that do the repetitive tasks automatically for you. So meaning that you don't actually need you don't need manual labor basically, because I feel like that's basically manual labor. Because imagine me sending
So
out emails,
stressful.
like seriously, that's a lot of stress.
So
Imagine me
stressful.
sending out so many emails, like I'll just give up. In fact, the business should just close down at once because that is a lot of work. Now,
Yeah.
automations take that and it simplifies it for you. Okay. So it's the practice of setting up systems that do those repetitive tasks automatically. So when a customer fills a form, it automatically creates a contact in the CRM. Okay. So once they fill the form, their information enter a CRM, which is the database that stores. So CRM is customer and relationship management. So the CRM database basically stores their information there. Okay. After that, it sends them a welcome email. Okay. After the welcome email, it now notifies the sales team on Slack, on WhatsApp, wherever your communication is on. Then after that, it schedules a follow-up task. Now you see all of these processes and you see how like it ran. So rather than you sitting for days sending them emails every single time, now you just build a system at once and it does it every single time someone fills a form. So even if next 2 years, the next 1 year, someone actually fills that form, it still goes through this process, except you now want to integrate something new. So all of this, you don't actually have to do anything. Okay. So all without human touching it. Now that is basically what workflow automation is. It's connecting apps and systems so that tasks happen automatically. Did I say coding? No.
No,
Did I
man.
mention anything about coding here?
Not
Did I
at all.
did I say you need to run HTTPs up and down? No. Okay. I
No.
did not mention anything about coding here. Okay. So now you don't actually need coding when it comes to workflow automations. Okay. So, and there are tools that actually make it possible. Okay. So I've listed out the tools. There is Zapier, there is Make, there's NetN, there's Notion AI, there's Airtable, there is Go High Level. There are so many tools. Okay. There are so many tools that help you cut down these repetitive tasks. And the tools are very easy to navigate. Some, even the free version, can do so much for you. Okay. So you don't need bogus coding or bogus, you don't need to write codes to do all of these things or to even like do that whole process I talked about. Okay. So what you can just do is, oh, you open one of these tools, depends on what you want to do. You have a Gmail account. Okay. You have a Google account. You have Gmail on your phone. Okay. You have Slack. Okay. You can now schedule the follow up. Now, all of these are things you already have access to. Okay. So it's not something you now, oh, I don't know how to write a code. And you start running up and down. You don't need coding for that. Okay. So if you have a phone or a laptop, you just open your Zapier. Now you show the interface, like, okay, so you now said now Zapier itself, you can even like use the AI in it. Now what the AI does is you just tell it what you want it, and then what you want it to build for you, and it does that for you. Okay. Now Here are things you can actually automate. Now, the first one is lead capture and CRM. Okay, CRM updates. So if it's in a case where you want to capture leads, now capturing leads is basically someone fills out your form. After the person fills out your form, their information is now captured and stored in a database. Okay, so that way, every single time you now need access to that information, you can just go there and take it out. Now, the second one is email follow-up sequence. Now, if after you finish capturing that lead and you've stored the information, now you want to now send follow-up emails to these people, you can use automations for that. So now automation is now used to nurture those leads. Oh, check up on them, see how they are. Okay, you're now creating an email sequence that, oh, let's say the first day you want to send out this email, then you pause for a day, then the next day you now send out a different email. Okay, that is still how you go through the whole automation process. Now, the third one is invoice and payment reminders. Okay, so now you want to now schedule recurring messages. If you now need to send, if it's in a case where they now need to make payments, or you just want to send an invoice, now you can still use automation to schedule that, to now send it to them based on, let's say you want to send it at the end of every month or the first day of the month. Okay, so that's just how it works. Then we also have social media scheduling, okay, which is batch creating content that posts itself. Okay, so a tool like Go High Level does that. Okay, what you do is you just go and then you batch create your content, and what it does is it now sends it out for you. Okay, then the last one is onboarding and client intake, which is client onboarding, where you send automated welcome emails, okay, document requests and task assignments to these people. So now what happens is it just keeps running for you. Okay, it just keeps running for you, and you don't actually have to do anything manually. There's no human interaction whatsoever. Success, please give me a minute.
Oh, that's fine. So I hope you guys are getting value from this. I don't like the fact that people are not reacting. People are not reacting. If she asks a question, are you following me? That's how you encourage her. You put on your reactions and know that, okay, she knows that, yes, she's putting in the work. You guys are actually following. It's not nice when someone is talking and it seems as if, okay, I'm just talking to myself. You guys should always react, or else you're not getting value. Then you just raise your hand and tell us that people are just wasting your time here. Let's just end the call. So you guys are hearing it. It's not all about coding. Okay, I think Joyce is back.
Yes,
Uh,
I'm back.
okay,
I'm back.
okay.
Sorry, I had to attend to something. Okay,
That's fine.
so now let me, okay, my slide shifted. Okay, so here you can actually see 500 to 5,000 per automation project here. So I'm going to touch that. So a single automation, just that automation I explained, can save a business owner 10 hours a week, which is what, 200,000 to $2,000 or even more. Okay, and you build it at once. Okay, so for a particular system, you can charge as high as $500. Okay, you can charge as 1,000, charge as 2K, 3K, depending. Okay, so you're not actually limited to, oh, what can I actually do? Oh, how can I actually make it? Trust me, you can basically do as much as you want. Okay, so think of a business you interact with. Let's say a salon or a shop or a school, or let's say a church. Okay, so what's one thing that they manually do or they could automate? Okay, so now I need someone to answer that. What is one thing that you actually think they would automate? Yeah, I need someone like,
So yeah, good day. Can I answer the question?
yes, please go on.
So my name is Goodness Ogenowo. I make operational tools as well. For example, you could create an onboarding agent for a hair salon. Because here in the UK, there are a lot of businesses that need that. And you could, most of the time, people are sleeping. Maybe you want to make your hair on a Saturday morning now, and most people are not available. So you could create an agent that answers calls, a voice agent that answers calls and onboards them through a CRM lead organizational flow, and he onboards them to the saloon's websites, and they are booked in for a call or an appointment date of their own choice. So like there are a lot of things you could do for businesses as are now that will really stand out, and you could make a lot of money from that. So yeah, booking appointments is one thing you could do for businesses right now that will make you a lot of money. So yeah, that's one thing, Joyce.
Okay, thank you very much for this. Thank you. That was really amazing. Thank you very much. Okay, so just like Witness said, so there are so many things you can actually like see problems and read so many problems into. Okay, so it could be a saloon, it could be a shop, it could be a business or organization. So it just depends on what particular thing you see, and oh, you're like, "Ah, this particular thing, I can actually like do it, I can actually automate the process." Okay, so now I'm going to be talking about 5 ways people are actually turning the skills into income. Okay, so let me go to my slide. So the first one is 5 practical income pathways beyond coding. So now the first one is workflow automation specialist. Okay, so that is my own this is my lane. Okay, so the tools I have already like listed are Zapier, Make, NSN, Airtable, you can name it. Okay, so you offer to automate business processes for company. Small, medium, large businesses are desperate for it. Like at this point, a lot of people need someone that would actually like cut down repetitive tasks for them. Okay, so you can charge per project or you can be on a retainer. So it can be monthly income or depending on the company you are working for, Nigerian based, American, depending on the company you're working for. Okay, or depending on the clients and the complexity, because it's very, very important when it comes to workflow automations that you charge based on the complexity of the work that you're actually doing, because a lot of people undercharge themselves when it comes to workflow automations. Okay, so now you can build automations for SMEs, okay, businesses, organizations, fintechs, name it. Okay, now that is one. So I'm going to see expound on that. Okay, so now as a workflow automation specialist, if you're now wanting to go into the field, you would need to learn tools like Zapier, Make, NXN. So now what people do is they will now teach you the ropes and basically every single thing that you now need to know or learn about it. Okay, so when you're now going with the understanding that, oh, these are the tools I need to learn and these are the skills I need for it. Okay, so you don't need to learn how to code, you don't need coding for that. Okay, you don't need to even like write a lineup or system. Like I said earlier, how I even learned my own was through ChatGPT. Okay, before I now decided to now pay for a class and learn it. Okay, so you can start from somewhere, you can start from literally anywhere. Now we're in a world where learning is basically everywhere. YouTube is there, ChatGPT is there, there's cloud, there's perplexity, there's so much AI you can actually use. So a lot of people are still using ChatGPT alone when there's so much. Cloud can like my slide, Cloud built it for me. So I didn't like do anything. I just told you what I wanted and it just did it for me. Okay. So workflow automation is building systems, building processes. So it goes through a systemized process that it has to have a starting point to an ending point. Meaning that when someone fills the form, there has to be an outcome. Okay, now that is for workflow automations, because workflow automation specialists, some earn as high as, I know someone that earns like 5K, that charges like 5K for a particular process she actually does.
Not naira, oh, please.
Not
Not
naira, not
naira.
naira, not naira.
So that
So it is a lot. Like
yeah.
if we should even go to Upwork and just type workflow automation specialist, you're going to see how much they charge per hour.
Sure.
Okay. So you just see how much they charge per hour. Some 10, some 20. Okay. So it just dependent. Okay. Now the second one is digital operations manager. So now remote companies hire people to manage their internal systems. So an operations manager is somebody that is in charge of running the systems, SOPs, tools, every single thing. Meaning that they are like should I say, the mini HR, but their own is like so much complex. Okay, because they would have to be in charge of the internal systems, their project management tools that they have to now master, like Notion, Google Workspaces, Slack channels. They need to now like use tools that will actually draft SOPs for them. Okay, so they essentially become the person who makes everything run smoothly behind the scenes. So you see a lot of companies doing so well. Now that is because they have a digital operations manager who is in charge of making sure that things actually go very well for them. Okay. So just like you know, like, oh, a project manager does this, the project manager is in charge of a project. Now, an operations manager actually doubles as a project manager as well. For,
Mm.
for instance, let me use this webinar for example. So let's say we have an operations manager. Now, a project, as we all know, is just something that is once. Okay, so like this webinar is a project. After this, once when it turns into an operation is when it happens, is a reoccurring thing. Now that is an operation, meaning that you can now appoint someone to be in charge of it. Okay, now you will now need an operations manager to now come in to now help you be in charge of running the internal affairs of everything, meaning that they need to coordinate teams. Oh, who is doing this, who is appointing this, who is doing that. Okay, now this is what the operations manager do. Okay, and per month, the income is like from 2 to 8K dollars. If you're even charging in naira, that is like a lot. Okay, so that is even a lot. Now, the third one is no code app builder. So a lot of people hear no code, low code. Okay, low code is you're still not going to need build like using codes. Okay, you are still using automations. Okay, so no code app builders. So now these are people who use tools like Webflows, Bubble, Glide, Lovable,
Lovable, yeah.
yeah. Okay, so now these people actually build apps. They build websites. Okay, functional apps, functional websites without writing a single line of code. I Today, this evening, Seth, I basically built a landing page for my company for a webinar they're having. What did I do? I just went to ChatGPT. I told you what I wanted, and what did you do? It gave me the prompt, and I copied and I pasted it, and it gave me a very nice. Okay, so I did not write any code. I just told you what I wanted, and it basically gave me what I wanted. Okay, so now we know how much website developers charge. Okay, we know how much they charge just to actually build a website. Now AI can actually build one for you. Okay, and clients include entrepreneurs who have an idea but no developer. Okay, so it's something that you actually, oh, I want to actually like do the whole development thing. You want to be a developer, and I feel like most of all these things I'm even listing, I've dabbled in them one way or another. So
Yeah.
it's actually, so like I said, when it comes to tech, you are not just sticking at a point, you will not even stick to one lane. So when something comes up, you just like want to see how you can integrate it. So I've integrated being an automation specialist, even being an operations manager, and I have used no code app to actually build websites. Okay, create apps. Yeah, and these are projects that people pay so much more for, like so much. Now we have AI prompts engineering and trainer. So every company is now trying to integrate AI into their workflow. But most employees don't know how to use it effectively because a lot of people still use AI so little, like you're not really pushing it to give you what you actually want. Then at the end of the day, it now gives you something very generic, and then you start shouting and saying that, oh, this AI is not working for me. No, you don't know how to prompt it so well. So there are AI prompt engineers who understand how to prompt the system to now give you what it wants. So if you understand how to write good prompts and build AI workflows, you can train teams, consult or build AI powered products. Okay, so you see a lot of people now putting out digital products. How do they do it? AI, based on what you actually want to put out, based on the idea or the skills you have. Now you go to it and tell it that you want to create this digital product. Now what AI will do for you is it will just ask you a series of questions, and once you've answered them, it now builds most of these products for you. So I'm going to go to digital service. So that'll be the last here. Okay, so it just like basically builds those products for you. Now you just go to sell, like when you see a lot of people selling products and you're asking, oh, how did they come up with that idea? All of that is basically AI. Okay, now digital service freelancer. Okay, so now this is the broadest category. Now this is where we now have this is now where we have virtual assistants, social media managers, copywriters, email marketers, lead generation specialists, social media managers, all of them. We have them in this category. So now the barrier to entry is low. So meaning that the skill development is fast and the market is global. Like there is so much more. Okay. Meaning that you can wake up one day and say, oh, I want to learn a skill. You have an array of skill. So if you say, okay, you're a social media manager, you're into tech, okay, not the tech, but then you're in the tech space, okay, and then the market is so large that basically people charge so much, okay. I know a designer on X that she charged, like she doesn't charge less than $500 for a design, a designer, a graphics designer. She doesn't charge less than $500 for design here in Nigeria. Like her price in dollars. Tell you how it is. So it is not oh, I need to learn tech, I need to learn coding. No, it is that skill that you have, that skill, that gift that you have that you can actually use. Okay. So these are not side hustles. Please. These are not side hustles. These are full-time careers. Okay. So many people I know earn their full salary, like me. Okay. This thing is, my money is from tech. My money is from AI automations. Okay. So these are full-time careers. This is not something that, oh, you now say, oh, let me just use that as a side hustle. No. Now, put your head down and trust me, this would actually like take you from 0 to 100. So we're still going here. We have a lot to talk about. So
our time is fast spent too.
So yeah,
Our time is fast spent. I was about to say.
I'm almost done.
Okay.
So okay. So now I'm going to move to the beginner's roadmap. Okay, so I'm going to make this class feel achievable and give like the next clear steps and replace, because I saw someone talking about they need clarity, overwhelm, direction, and all of that. Okay, so I know some of you might be thinking, oh, this all sounds good. So where do I actually start? So now let me give you a realistic 90 days roadmap, okay, that you can actually implement. So now let's start from day 1 to 30. Okay, so now day 1 to 30, you're going to double down on learning and exploring. You're going to pick one tool or pick a skill. Okay, so let me use my own self as an example with automations. So you're going to pick a skill. So let's say you're picking automations. Now I would recommend you pick a particular tool, because when you're learning automations, you know like the full whole scope and broad of automations, but they are the tools that you actually use in it are basically what makes you stand out. So now let's say I would I would recommend starting with Zapier because that is like the lowest on the board before you build up. Because Zapier is one of the most that it has the most tutorials and it has a more friendlier interface. So pick a skill, okay, and in that skill, pick a particular tool that you can actually use. Double down on learning. Take your time to master it. Be the best, okay. Once you're done learning it, there are so many ways you can actually learn a skill. If you don't actually want to pay for one, there is YouTube. There are free courses online. There is ChatGPT. There is cloud. You can actually learn these skills online. You don't actually want to pay or get a mentor. Now, after the next 31 to 60 days, you build your portfolio. You have learned your skill. Now let's make it more practical. Okay. You don't need clients to build a portfolio. Okay. When I built my own portfolio, my first portfolio, I did not even have a client. Okay. When I started, I didn't have a client. What I did was that I reached out to people I knew. I offered my skills to them for free. Oh, I can do this. I can do that. How about I do this for you? Now, once I'm done, I screenshot what I've done for them. I ask them for a review. Oh, did you like it? If they did, I now take their review and now use it to build my portfolio. Okay. So you don't need clients to have a portfolio. Okay. Pick, even if you don't even have people to reach out to, you say, oh, I'm shy. I cannot reach out to people. I don't know anybody. Fine and good. You can now use your own hypothetical business and build an automations for them. Come up with something. Go to ChatGPT that, oh, I actually want to build my portfolio and I don't know where to start. You have learned that skill. Let's say you picked virtual assistant. You can use your own calendar to work on it. Okay. You have learned social media manager. Grow your own account. Use your account as your portfolio. You want to learn automations. Use Zapier. Use your own Zapier. That is your own portfolio. Okay. If you don't want to offer your services to people or you don't know how to reach out to people, okay, use yourself as an example. Use yourself to build a portfolio because the experience is worth more than the money at the first stage. Because at the end of the day, people pay you for what you know. But if you're just learned and then you now stay, oh, and then you're going to start looking for clients, nobody will pay you because they want to see proof that you've done something. You're not going to go out right there and say, oh, I've never had a client. Nobody asked you. Once you have finished learning that skill, go and implement, practice it, keep practicing, keep learning. You never stop learning. Keep learning, keep practicing. And after you're done building your portfolio, you're done learning. Now, what you're going to do is you will now go hard on looking for clients. Okay. There's so many places you can look for clients. There's Fiverr. Okay. Oh, so can I talk about AI prompt engineering? There's actually, I don't really have so much time. Or success, I don't think I have so much time.
Just throw the light on it since he asked it as a question.
Okay, let me just
show.
Okay, so now AI prompt engineering is basically you are, how will I put this? Okay, so you are someone that knows how to write certain prompts, okay, to build certain systems. I don't know if you have come across, okay, so let me use Adeife as an example. I don't know how many of you people know Adeife. So you know that there was a time that Adeife actually built a system. Adeife actually built a system, and she said she actually used ChatGPT to like draft out that system. Okay, now what she did was that she went and she learned AI prompting. Now it is you discussing or having like interactions, like deep interactions with AI, ChatGPT, cloud, all these AI tools. Now you are prompting it.
Yeah.
You know how to talk to it that it builds systems for you that people will be like, what is this one? That is like prompt engineering. And a lot of people pay so much money.
If I get this correctly now, you're saying that this AI prompt engineering is just like knowing how to speak the language of AI in a way that AI will actually give us exactly what we want.
Exactly.
Wow, that's actually beautiful. That's really beautiful.
Yeah, so a lot of people, this is actually a course on its own. Like AI prompt engineering is a full course on its own. Yeah, because you need to understand the system because there are so many, like AI is just how will I put this? AI is is in different, like, should I say stages, is in different boxes. Okay, so they're like different ones. So you need to know how, okay, which agent is this, which agent is this. Now, how do you talk to this agent to actually give you exactly what you want? Now, that is basically what AI prompting is about.
Mm,
Okay.
sure.
Yes, please not able
Freddy,
to.
I hope she answered your question. You can actually type it in the chat box or you use your thumbs up. Okay.
Okay, thanks, Sylvia. So
Mm.
now, like I said, now the next 61 to 90 days is now where you now put in the work to now looking for clients. Okay. So the first one is you would need to show up online. Very important, because I cannot even go on without saying you need to be visible. That means you need social media presence. For all of people that are shy, no shyness here. So if you actually want to
Yeah.
make tech, no, people need to know who you are, because they can't come to you if you're not visible. If you're not positioned well and you're not visible, nobody knows you. Nobody reaches out that, oh, I want your services. Okay. I've gotten a lot of people come to my DM that, oh, I would actually love to work with you. Oh, I need your services. Why? Because I put myself out there. People know who I am. People know what I do. Now
Yeah.
that is the first step to even landing your clients. Put yourself out there. Let people know who you are. Okay. If Okay, so once you have done putting yourself out there, talk about what you do. Show your processes. Show how you build things. Show how you help clients, even if you don't even have any. Okay. Now, you can also do direct outreach. Write out a list of 10 companies or 10 businesses in your niche that you want to work with. Okay. Now, what you do is go research on them, see a gap, see a problem in their business. Now, see what you can help them do. If you're a graphics designer and you see that, oh, maybe their designs are not actually good, reach out to them, design something for them, like, oh, I actually designed this, what do you think? Give it to them for free. That's what I always tell people. Offer value first. Don't expect anything in return. Offer value first. They'll be like, oh, thank you very much. Some will ghost you, some will actually like offer you a job. Okay. So there are places like although me, I've never used Fiverr, I've never used Upwork and all of that. Most of my clients, I get them from LinkedIn. Okay. Most of them I do like outreach. I reach out to them myself. Sometimes they reach out to me. Okay. So there are other platforms you can actually use. So there are so many platforms. Now, sir, I'm even hearing Reddit. I don't know if people have heard of Reddit. Reddit now, you can get like job offers on Reddit. So your first client is not like about the money. Your first client is about the testimonial, the experience, the confidence. Okay. It just gives you that sense of confidence that, oh, you can actually do this thing after you have actually like delivered this work. Okay. So I hope I don't want to take so much time.
Oh, please, please. I'm sure a lot of people are actually thinking like they have already accepted automation as the path for them. So I want to see, you guys should better. I want to see the reactions. So I want to see the reactions. It's not easy. Like she has been on this, trying to break it down for us to see that there is actually money in tech. She said as much as little as your Google Workspace. Tomiwa said
So
she's in automation all the way. Okay. As much as you use Google Workspace, like your Gmail, your Google Docs, your Google Sheets, that you are actually in tech. So, and you can make money from it by positioning properly. Thank you so much, Joyce. So I would like you guys, if you have any question for Joyce, you can drop it in the chat box. You can actually unmute your mic and speak. But if there are no questions, I have some questions here. Any questions? Any questions? Well, while they are making up their minds, I want to ask from one of our audience who sent in questions earlier. So you have touched most of the questions. Like I was going through the questions again and I was like, okay, you've answered most of it. Thank you so much, Joyce. So someone is asking, if I had only my phone and internet, if I had only my phone and internet access right now, what practical advice, what practical step would you advise me to take first? Like, is it possible for me to start out with just my phone? Do I need a laptop? Do I need... Oh, Favor says she wants to be mentored. I'm coming, I'm behind her. Like, okay. Oh, wow, this is beautiful. Thank you so much. Just dropped the link to the presentation on the
Yes,
chat box. So,
yes,
yeah, thank you so, so much. We really appreciate that. So, you can actually go through it again. And if there
yes,
are
yes.
any questions or anything that is hazy, you can actually come back to it. So, please, someone is asking, can I use my phone? Can I start with my phone? Do I need... Oh, Favor said you need to grant access to the slides,
Okay, okay.
please,
Let me
Joyce.
do that now. Let
Thank
me just do that. Yes,
you.
but okay. So
Yeah,
while I'm doing that, let me answer your question. So
yeah,
I
thank
started
you.
learning. I started with I started learning as a virtual assistant, and I did not have a laptop then, so I used my phone. It is tech
Okay.
that bought my a new laptop. Like it's tech that bought a laptop for me. I did not have
Wow.
I did not have a laptop. I was basically using my phone. I started with my phone.
Wow.
I
Wow.
started with virtual assistants before I now broke into automations. So I would, when I needed to like send an email, I would have to turn my phone into that. You know how you turn it into this whole gaming way to basically do what I wanted to do. Okay. So you
Okay,
don't.
last skill.
So you can start with your phone. You can start with your phone. Okay. But when it comes to automation, you need a laptop. Oh. Hey, you need a laptop because there are certain workflows that will not work on your phone but would work better on a laptop. That's just the thing. But then if you're starting with things like designing, you're starting with things like social media, um, virtual assistants, copywriting, yes, you can actually use your phone for it. But when you're going to something like automation, you would actually need a laptop.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. So you guys had it. You can do something like social media, virtual assistant. I hope she has been able to answer your question. So there's another question. What mistakes should I avoid? Like, I've been learning round the clock, but I am still confused. So as a beginner that I am, what do you advise that I learn? What would you advise I do differently actually as a beginner trying to come into tech beyond coding?
Okay,
Just did you get the question?
okay.
Okay.
Not
Uh,
exactly. Can you repeat it again?
okay. So the person said, oh, what will you do differently if you are starting again today? Like, they have been everywhere and it seems like nothing is working. So if they are coming back again as a beginner in tech without any form of knowledge and all of that, what would you advise that they do differently?
Okay, so
Maybe
if
from a
you're coming,
mistake made, or yeah.
okay. So if I was to start afresh, tech again, what would I do differently? I feel like I would basically start by first of all learning. Okay, I'll first of all start by finding no. First, I'll find what I know that I can actually do. Okay, what are the things that I would lean towards? Am I somebody that loves to build systems? Am I somebody that likes to write? Am I somebody that likes to design? Now I will pick what I know because one thing about skills is that if you just do something for the money, you burn out at the end of the day. But if it's something you enjoy doing, you find pleasure in doing it over and over again. So pick something that you would enjoy doing, not because oh everybody's doing it. There is so much money in it. You now rush to go and do it. My dear, you rush to go and do it, and then when you reach there, you will not see any money at your own end. So you do something. So if I was to do something different, I'll still pick automations because I love automations. Okay. Once I'm done, I
Wow.
will take my time to learn every single thing. Okay. I will not learn all the tools. I will take it one step at a time and build up as I go, upskill as I go. Okay. I will put myself out there. I would let people know who I am, what I do, what I am good at. Okay. Then I will now go hard into looking for clients because I want to build my
That's
skills
great.
first before I now say, okay, oh, let me go and look for a client. Because if I go and find a client now and then I don't have what to offer, there's no value I'm giving. Now that is a problem. Because at the end of the day, it's not just
Yeah.
what is the credibility. Let it be that you can
Yeah.
receive to someone because I've done something for you so well. So I don't know if I was able
True.
to ask the question.
Okay, you were very much able to answer that question. So you're hearing, you all had that. You learn, you try to practice, you position yourself well because you don't want to go and sign contract of $5,000 and you cannot deliver. Hmm. Hey, I don't even want to think what to go on. I don't even want to imagine. So we have some questions in the chat box. Okay, what free tool can one use for bulk email automation? What
Okay.
free tool? Are there free tools for
Yes,
bulk
you can.
email automation?
Okay, so you can use Zapier, you can use NetN, and yeah, you can use Zapier, you can use NetN. So yeah,
Oh
those are the
wow.
two tools you can. There are other ones. There
These
are other
tools are
ones you can.
free. Like
Yes, they're all
I thought
free.
they are paid for.
No, you
Wow.
can. There are free versions you can actually use, like and use to. So yeah, there are actually free versions you can actually use. So not just paid
Okay.
versions.
Wow,
So
that's really nice.
they can actually do so much for you.
Okay. There's another question from Jide. He said, I started AI automation in December, but was busy, which I couldn't focus with the learning. But I usually get tired whenever I'm watching video on N8N. As I was leaving this office today, I decided to start afresh with it, not knowing I'm gonna hear more. Okay, okay. He really appreciates your class on this topic. So, like, you gave him the drive to keep learning. And Jide, I want to also say that yes, it's good to learn on your own, but sometimes it can get very overwhelming. It's not everybody that has that discipline to sit on their own. Like, I can't, I keep hailing Joyce. How do you say you started on your own without any tutor, mentor? Not
Yes.
everybody actually have that discipline. So if you're finding it difficult, you can get yourself a mentor. Like at Elevot, we actually offer a course on automation as well. You can join a course, a cohort, or a class. Get yourself a mentor. I believe Joyce does some mentoring programs that you can actually use to learn. It's easier, honestly. That stress you are going through,
Yeah.
if you are supposed to learn this thing in 6 months by yourself, if you have somebody that is
It will take
pushing
a year.
you, it will just like it's like because you need guidance. You need guidance. If you have guidance, it makes it easier. Like you said, you get tired watching videos. But if you're in an interactive section where you can ask questions, somebody
Yeah.
is talking to you, and if you are sleeping off, the person will be like, I don't understand what's going on. You will actually wake up now and you have to do something.
Yeah.
So it's good if you can learn on your own, good and fine, but I'm telling you that it might be a longer route. It's better to seek for help when it gets overwhelming. You had Joyce, she started on her own, but with time she still went to a proper a course. She still went through a training, and actually those trainings will help you put yourself out there and position yourself better. So if there are any more questions, you guys can actually still unmute your mic and ask. Okay, you have a lot of mentees, oh.
Yes,
Joyce,
so I'm seeing them all.
you have a lot of mentees. Like I'm really okay. Xavier is asking, what free tools will I use for AI prompting? Like, if he wants to learn, what free tools will I use for AI prompting?
Okay. So free tools you can actually like start with beginner friendly. You can start with ChatGPT. You can start with prompt based community edition. So basically they help you understand what a good prompt looks like. You can start with triple 10 AI prompts generation. Then if you want to now advance to improve your prompts, you can do Anthropic prompt library. You can use cloud. So you can actually start with that. I think Udemy even offers a course on prompt engineering. So you can start by learning the skill, understanding what it's about, then you're now going to use it.
Okay, so Xavier, you had that. If you're looking for free training, okay. So I think
Yeah. So they can actually access it. I've allowed people to
so.
access the
Okay, so
slides.
now people, you can hear her. You can now access the slides. So you can actually go on and access the slides. So thank you very much, Joyce. And I would like to still talk about early votes. Uh, we are starting our cohort 3 session like May. The registration is starting like now. Like registration already started, and you can register for automation class. Like the link, if you're interested in automation, please, like Joyce said, don't go into automation because you feel that because of vibe, or she said choose something that you're passionate about, so that in the long run you can actually stay in the game, you can actually devote your time, and you can actually build on it. So you can register for our automation class. The link is in the description below for the cohort 3 session. And this series continues. By Friday, we have another session. It's still on VA and automation as well. And from next week, we'll have the digital marketing sections, where we'll have speakers that will talk about digital marketing, content, AI content creation, and all of that. So you can actually reach out to your friends, your people, and let them know that this is something the series are like 7 weeks, 2 sections every week. We have for product, people that want to do product and product management, project management, business analysis. All of these are tech careers that requires no codes. Also, okay, yeah, HR management and all of that. So those are the courses that we have lined up for you. So our link is in the description, in the comment section, so you can register for our classes. And I also want to say thank you, all of you, for being here. Thank you. And I want you guys to say thank you. Did you guys even appreciate Joyce? I don't think so. She gave a lot of value. Please start again. I want to see your appreciation. You can unmute your mic and tell her thank you, because what Joyce did today, Joyce is not like, I'm very sure she's a very busy person, because like she gave her all. And Joyce, from all of us at Elivot, even from the founder, she was supposed to join us today, but due to some unforeseen circumstances, she is unavoidably absent. She said I should send you her love. She really appreciates you coming on board and sharing your insights with us. Like, we really do appreciate it. You can connect with Joyce on LinkedIn. She's on LinkedIn. She's very active on LinkedIn. You can connect with Joyce on LinkedIn. Yeah, Joyce Ian is her name. You can connect with her on LinkedIn. Or you just start automation. Honestly, you will see her. She's like, You start automation, you will see our LinkedIn. Like that's how optimized her profile is. So thank you so much, Joyce. And I'll be coming to your inbox. Like you just got a new I will come after you in a good way, though. In a good way, please. In a good way,
Yes,
please.
come. My inbox is open.
Okay, and thank you so much, everyone, for joining, for all your contribution. Thank you, Abimbola. I really saw your engagement. Thank you, Tomiwa. Thank you, Savior. Thank you, everyone. We really appreciate that. So I will say with this, I'll call it a night. Wow, okay, we are right on time. Thank you, Ovo Goodness, for your contribution. Thank you, Pelumi. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, then I'll say good night with this. Good night. I will share the recording section with you guys later so that in case you want to go back